Hey everybody, welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for Johnny Depp. This story is important, and outlets like YouTube don't allow us to fully cover his trial. And I'm fed up. And so I've full backstory on this video. I've done this video 3 times trying to get through YouTube censors to be able to talk about something in this case, this Johnny Depp trial, that I would be allowed to talk about. And I'm going to break down what YouTube is doing so you can understand how unfair and difficult this is for people like Johnny Depp and cases like this just to get it through, because platforms like YouTube do not want to give it full opportunity to get to you guys and your eyeballs. And it's not right. It's not right. So let's break this down. What am I doing here? Well, guys, this is the case that's incredibly important to Hollywood. Nothing in this YouTube reviewer, now I'm speaking directly to you, YouTube human reviewer who is watching this, nothing in this says anything that I'm not allowed to say. I've checked it 10 times. I'm not going to say any keywords that you tell me I'm not allowed to say. I can talk about Johnny Depp, a celebrity, being in trial and Hollywood awaiting the fallout of his explosive trial. Okay? Nothing on here talks about what he's on trial for, some of which are deemed too sensitive topics. But this is why this is news, because this will create a lot of new directions for Hollywood of what can be reported in the media. And this is a story about the media, if anything else, and lies and stuff like that. So this story I'm doing right now is just showing how the media won't even let us talk about it freely. It's crazy. So this is a story I've been trying to talk about, and I've done multiple versions of this video right now that you're watching. And every time I try to add some little insight about the Johnny Depp trial, it's deemed too sensitive. And the way YouTube works, for those of you that don't know, you're deemed limited. So in fact, let me just show it to you. It's going to be easier if I just show you how this works. So I made a video that, thank you guys for watching it. 102,000 views on this video about Johnny Depp's exes, et cetera. You guys watched this in droves. Now, YouTube didn't promote this. This just went viral through my own subscriber base and social media. I saw this sharing like crazy. So thank you for all of you who shared it. But this should have been even bigger. This should have been an even bigger release, and it wasn't because YouTube decided to make it limited. So as you see here on videos that I publish, when you get the green money sign, it means this video is monetized. It means go. When you get the yellow sign, it means the video is running limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. It remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium, but basically they're deeming it that it's not allowed to be played as wildly because they can't sell full ads on it. So when this happens, you can file a claim. You can sort of send it. I did that, and after review, the video was confirmed by manual review, which is supposed to be a human who watches this. It has been confirmed by manual review that it's not suitable for most advertisers. Most advertisers found this video too dangerous, so says the YouTube rep. It remains fully playable, etc. But so, and then when we go and view the feedback, a human reviewer found that this video is suitable for limited ads because discussions. I don't even want to say this. I can't say any of these words because if I do, then I guess I'm saying the things I'm not allowed to say. But you guys will have to do the homework on your own to sort of figure out what this. It's literally just this last line here. This last line here is what's causing the problem. And I'm at a loss. I'm at a complete loss. Social issues. Controversial social issues. I can't say that. Just saying that right now might have already demonetized this video. I'm fed up. I'm going to put this out there no matter what at this point. So you can tell me. In fact, let's test it. Let's see if so far what I've said has been too risky for YouTube advertisers. Shall we? Let's try it, guys. Try an ad. I'm going to place an ad right here to see if YouTube gods have finally allowed that even this video, me talking about all this, is okay for advertisers. Here comes an ad now. Was there an ad? Did you see an ad? If you did, great. Then it's working, so I can keep going. If you didn't see an ad, what can I do? So this is what they deem controversial social issues. This case, to me, is not a controversial social issue. This is an imperatively important case that we pay attention to because a man's life is in jeopardy, and the media has destroyed his career, and he deserves every right for the story to be out there. And now, talking into detail about some of the case, I understand that might be triggering for some people to hear, and maybe that is, but I didn't do any of that in any of my stories. But I don't understand what I said in any of the videos I've made over the past several days trying to get this through that was deemed too sensitive for YouTube. But I wrote it to my YouTube reps. So when you're a partner, you get a certain amount and you're monetized, you write. So I wrote my reps and I tried to get more information, and they confirmed again. A second human review told me that it was not it was not advertiser friendly, did not meet our content. So when you go and look for the controversial, this is the topic that I'm deemed. These videos, any topic about Johnny Depp's trial or the subject of his trial, is deemed this. And so when you read this, it's just so broad and it's so crazy that like some of this stuff makes sense. I'll be honest. Some of this stuff I understand why it wouldn't be advertiser friendly, okay? Some of these absolutely. But then they put just some random ones in here. That's like, okay. Now I could see how this would be something you want to be careful of. Some of these topics I could see, but we should be able to say the words. We should be able to say the words of these without getting into details. But no, even if the content is purely commentary and contains no graphic imagery or words, it doesn't matter. You can't talk about any of these issues and have the video be widely available or monetized on YouTube. So you got to think about that. And then not only these issues, but then they couple it with all this stuff, which is just like, come on. What on earth is this the same? I don't understand how this works. But that video that I got 100,000 views on is demonetized. And so, sure, it got me some views, but the way YouTube works for creators, you got to support your creators when you can, because YouTube doesn't take care of us anymore. They don't care about us. And they don't care about Johnny, clearly, because they're not letting the story go out as widely as it should. So anybody you see out there trying to report on this, if those videos are getting decent enough views, it's because the audience out there is going and finding and searching for it themselves. They're seeing it on social media through other platforms, etc. But YouTube's not promoting it as heavily as they need to. And that's frustrating. When you imagine YouTube, do you want to promote the ones that are advertiser friendly, or do you want to promote the ones that they can't put advertisements on? What do you think YouTube's going to do? Just think about that. Use your noodle. Clearly, they're going to promote the ones that are advertiser friendly more than the other ones. And so it's frustrating. So when a YouTuber gets a big hit, a viral hit of 100,000 views, and a channel like mine, which I do believe is shadow banned, is what they sort of call it. They sort of throttle certain channels at a certain point because they don't think your analytics are good enough to give you that many shots at the goal. So they sort of keep an eye on how much you do, and then they sort of just like don't promote other ones. And so now I get 100,000 views on one that did well, and it's watch I've already seen it. All the other numbers to my other videos are just like. So not only are they crippling us YouTube creators for reporting the truth and facts for you guys, they're not sharing the story as widely as even it should be. This is clearly a very important story. This Johnny Depp trial is important for everybody to understand what's happening and for that man to be vindicated. And when we can't make money off of our news stories, it discourages other channels from, doing stories about this. So now, because this is deemed a sensitive topic, no matter which way we cut it, we're inclined to just not cover it because YouTube's not going to pay us. And it's not because we're being selfish, but a lot of your creators that you watch, we rely on this income. Otherwise, we can't afford the time to devote to make the content, right? That's how it works. So it's very important you guys support not just me, but any creator you watch. Any creator you watch, you got to go support them. People say, oh, why are these creators begging? It's because it's like when you go to a newspaper and they say, please subscribe, to the New York Times or whatever ones you look up online. Everybody's struggling out there trying to create content. If you like somebody or you like a report you heard, throw them a couple bucks. Whenever you can, if you have the means, help spread it out to your favorite people so they can keep reporting on these important stories. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to keep going on this story because it's important to me. There's so much more stories that happen. Someone was quoted by the Sun as lying. There was a lot of stuff that I've been trying to cover for you, but every time I tried to do a video about it, it was deemed too sensitive, even though I didn't get into any details about the case or the sensitive subjects that are actually involved in the case. This is ridiculous. Human reviewer, if you've made it this far, nothing I've said in this goes against anything in there. I guess you could deem calling out YouTube a controversial issue, maybe, I guess. You could deem that, but I would say that's ridiculous. So let's try it one more time. Here we go. One more opportunity for an ad. Let's see if the ad comes. We're doing this test, and... Did you see it, or did you just see me look dumb? Maybe you saw it. Maybe you didn't. Tell me down in the comments below if YouTube demonetized and limited this video as well. Tell me if you see ads on other videos covering this story of Johnny Depp and the trial. Next week, it's going to get even crazier because the other side, I'm afraid to say her name, but the other side and her team is going to come forward. So there's lots more to talk about. I plan to, but please, thank you so much for watching this. If it had ads, for watching the ads. If it didn't, please go watch these other videos here that have ads and check out top 3. My new show I'm doing over on my second channel, Movie World, which is all for movies. I did top 3 Johnny Depp movies. Let's have some fun with Johnny and remember his great work. Fun new series I'm launching over there. So check it out when you can, as well as this other content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's hopefully YouTube wises up and fixes this issue soon. And meanwhile, I'll do my best to keep reporting for you all. Thank you so much for the support you've given. Have a great day.